Now we're going to make our graph. So I am going to highlight my data. Now I'm going to click on Insert Chart. Okay, it's going to default to a bar graph, but I don't want that. I want a line graph. And it says switch rows, columns. I don't want that. I'm going to unclick that. Now it's going to actually show correctly. Okay, and I'm going to use row 3, which is right here. We use row 3 as a header, so it's going to label my lines as what they are. So magnet, test tube holder, toothpick, spoon. Okay. Now I'm going to go to labeling things. Customize, that's how I'm going to do it. Okay. My chart and axes title, so I'm going to write as a title, Species Survival on Paperclip Island. Okay. I'm going to go to my horizontal axis. And let's see, axis title, sorry about that. Now I'm going to go down to horizontal axis title. And I'm going to call that generation because that's what that is. Okay, now I'm going to change it to vertical axis title. And that is going to be number of birds. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is for my legend, I'm going to make sure that it's what I want it to look like. Okay, and my data. So my series magnet, I'm going to edit that. Up just a second. I'm going to go to customize because I want to change the way my series appear, because you're going to be printing this on probably black and white paper, and I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to tell differences between magnet, test tube holder, toothpick, and spoon. So I'm going to click on the line for magnet, and I'm going to change it to black. I'm also going to leave this one the solid dash. Okay, this one here, it's going to turn to black, and it's going to turn to the dotted line, and it changes it in my legend as well. This one is going to be this bigger dash line. Oh, I think I changed that one too. That one's all set, but I'm going to change that to black. And then this one here, I'm going to change to black, and then to this line. Okay, so now I'm going to be able to have my Paperclip Island data table here and my Paperclip Island graph here. What's really cool about this is now I can close this because my graph looks good. So I'm going to label this sheet. I'm going to click on this so I can label it. This is going to be Paperclip. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here on my sheet, and I'm going to say duplicate. Okay, this is going to call it copy of Paperclip, but now I'm going to call this Crayon Island. Okay, and so I'm going to change it to Crayon Island here. Oh, it already says island. Species survival on Crayon Island. Okay, nothing else about my graph changes except my data. So now I can just fill in my data here. So I had 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, let's say test tube holder was the winner, which I think it always was. 1, 2, 4, 8. And this was 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. So because I have already set up this graph and the data table and they're lined up correctly, I can copy it and reuse what I've already set up for the Crayon Island next. And I can do the same thing, copying, so duplicating the sheet, so duplicate, and it goes down there for every other one. So I'm going to duplicate and call this one Cotton Ball Island, etc. Okay, so this is really an easier way to do it than graphing it on paper. And if you have any questions, obviously ask me. Thank you.